let's understand and focus on the startup right now. We have Mr. Vijay Singh, CEO of Trophee, who will be sharing his thoughts on the startup and the ecosystem available.
Okay, hello everyone. It's a pleasure connecting with you all. And thanks for having me here. I trust you are doing great today. I'm Vijay Singh, founder and CEO at Trophee. And we are a new age technology and the world's first and only gaming commerce company made in India for the world. So at Trophee, we are connecting the global brands with the gamers and the new age consumers within the game so that they can explore the real world item without leaving a game, right? So beside that, we are also addressing the key and the primary problem statement of the mobile games, that is the monetization and retention. So just imagine that within a game, that how we are doing it. So that's a very interesting part, because introducing a commerce within a game is something that is really new. It requires a lot of innovation, and obviously the technology is the backbone of that. How you are delivering a commerce so that a gamer who is playing a game, the primary, the motive of any gamer is to play the game, but how we can introduce the commerce is like making it really interesting, right? And you cannot do that in an interruptive way. Right? It has to be very seamless, it has to be very integrated, and it has to be pro-gamer approach. Right? So in the next 4 to 5 minutes, we will understand that number one is that why this problem statement is super important to address. Second is that what are the traditional monetization options available in the market, and why the new age technology is the need of the time, so that we can uplift the revenue, the monetization, the retention in a very seamless, in a pro-gamer approach, and how Trophee is redefining this space, right? But before deep diving into that, let me quickly share that we are working in the game technology space for the last 5 to 6 years, even before that. Our previous venture, The Native, we introduced in 2019 the in-game advertising solutions. And we are among the Asia's first company who introduced this technology. In 2022, it is officially recognized by IAB and Google. And in the same year, the Native is being acquired by an Australian advertising company. We are still the shareholding in the company. But during that, we spoke to various, the companies, various game developers, the brands globally. And we observed that the gaming as a platform has a lot to offer, right? And the other very interesting thing is that we got to know that in spite of having so many monetization options available, that is around the game, in-game, and away from the game developer is still struggling to have the sustainable monetization, and it's also really hard to, maintain the retention within the game without being so interrupting and so on, right? And the primary reason we figured out is that there is a very low CPM you can say the monetization that is being passing through the different channels, whether it is through the brands or maybe through the programmatic channels and so on, right? And the other thing is that the nature of the ad formats that is available in the market, and that is very interruptive in nature. You cannot take a user away from the game when his primary motive is to play the game, right? So that has to be seamless. On the other hand, when we are speaking with the global brands, we got to know that they are really, recognize the potential in the game. They wanted to go beyond the basic metrics, that is the attention, viewability, and the reach. They just don't want to limit themselves till here. They wanted to know whether there is a purchase intent. They wanted to know whether a sales funnel can be initiated. They wanted to know whether commerce can be introduced without interrupting the game, right? And it's really interesting to know that big brands like the Nestle and even the Hero Motors and many others, the global brands, they are bothering about the game experience much more than the game developers. They don't want to interrupt the gameplay, right? So they want a solution where their product can be integrated within the game, right? But without interrupting the gameplay. So just imagine that you are playing a game. Just imagine any game that you are playing, whether it's a 3D or the 2D, and just imagine that you can find a pair of Nike shoes placed over there, right? Now, or maybe it can be start from a Kit Kat chocolate to the Nike shoes, to the Spotify, to the electric vehicle, right? And the point is that in order to being seamless and integrated, you cannot, and as the primary thing is that you cannot take the users away from the game, how you can make everything within the game, from the engagement to the commerce, and this is what the Trophee is basically doing, right? So at Trophee, when we start developing like almost 2 years back, our primary focus is to engage the brands with the gamers, and as the new generations are joining in, especially the Gen Z and the Gen Alpha is coming in, right? Their way of consumption of the entertainment, their way of engaging with the brands, a lot different from the previous generation. And this new problem needs a new solution. And this is what the Trophee is doing. It's a proper intersections of two main big vertical, that is the gaming and the e-commerce. But it is a very seamless, very integrated fashion. We got a lot, the exceptionally good feedback from the Google team. We got from the Middle East, from the global brand, and so on, right? And so the point is that, like, when we are thinking of a new age technology, so a new age technology should be, the first thing is it should be seamless, it should be integrated, and it should be pro-gamer approach, right? Unlike all the available ad formats that is available, and just wanted to give you a quick stat that globally, out of all the games, almost in like 90% is a mobile smartphone games, and out of that, 85 to 90% are F2P games, that is free-to-play games. Within that, more than like 90% of the gamers, the primary monetization method is the ad monetization, right? All the ad formats is being imported from the app economy to the games. It is not built for the games, right? Game economy and the game environment is way different from the app environment. You cannot just import everything, right? It has to be a unique solutions, and this is where the Trophee is here. And I'm just concluding my point. It's just that this space is really interesting, and there is a paradigm shift that we are seeing, and we're really excited to lead this. I'm just concluding my point with this video, 1 minute video, and if you have any questions, feel free to connect with me. Thank you. That's the thing. If you have any questions, feel free to connect. Thank you so much.